watching, even when you think they not. I've been moving low, no announcements. Pain turn wisdom, no accountants. Counting every loss like a lesson. Now I wear growth like a necklace. They ain't see the nights I was breaking, cutting old ties, recreating. Now I walk in room, no question. Every step feel like a blessing. I don't gotta say too much. Energy loud when it's real. They can feel it in my touch. Even silence got appeal. I don't talk it, I just live it. Every move a lesson given. They've been watching, I can feel it. Silent curriculum, I'm a vision. No permission, I just did it. Turn my wounds into a rhythm. If they learn it, let them get it. I'm the proof without a mention. I was buried in the doubt once. Now I bloom where the doubt was. Every tear turned to seed. Now my life what they read. They be studying my patience, how I move through situations. I ain't preaching, I'm displaying what it look like when you make it. No chalk lines, no design. Life wrote every line. If they follow, that's divine. I just focus on target, I just live it. Every move a lesson given. They've been watching, I can feel it. Silent curriculum, I'm the vision. No permission, I just did it. Turn my wounds into a rhythm. I'm the story, I'm the sentence. I'm the proof in every minute. Yeah. Watch close.
Georgia, Georgia.
Yo, just pulled up to the Love Palace. Ain't no cap here, just facts and feels. D and Kellz on the mic, we talking ships, all kinds. Pull up and unpack. Just enjoy. Friendships that held me down through the struggle. Companions who dipped when I stepped out the bubble. Family ties that tug, some tight, some frayed. But we lay it all out, let the truth get played. No judgment, just lessons on velvet chairs. We speak from the gut, raw love, stripped bare. Goddessdee, got that glow like sage in the wind. Queen Kellz hit the mic, truth spilling again.
Ships, we talk it, we walk it. No filters, just real. Love Palace, the spot where your soul can heal. All them ties, all those vibes, we ain't letting them drown. We lift ships up, never tear them down.
Situationships with benefits and blurred lines. Late night convos that redefine mind. Friend turns to foe, bait turn to ghost. But we speak on it all, toast to the growth. Auntie vibes with a twist, drop gems in the mist. Got a palace full of wisdom, come get you a fix. Mic check, soul check, what's your connection? We the pulse of the people, every vibe gets a section. This ain't no gossip, this is gospel with glitter. A sanctuary for the stories they told you to bury. Let your voice rise, let your pain breathe, let your ship dock here.
And action. Hey, how y'all doing out there? Hey, Leticia, thank you for coming through. Thank you for your support, girl. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate you. And as everybody is coming in, I'm not gonna say falling in, coming in to the house of holistic royalty. We'll do it like we do it at the Love Palace Fashion, right?
Okay.
Goddessdee, how are you today? And how is your mental health?
I'm good. My mental health is good. I'd say about 7.5, 8. I'm doing some things for the better improvement of my life, and
Okay.
I have to wake up a little early and doing it. So you know how your brain don't be all the way.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mondays and Tuesdays and now Thursdays for me are so busy on social media, period. And plus the new thing that I'm doing. So Tuesdays is really the day where it's like, so I'm happy to be at your house so I can kick my feet up and relax
Hey,
and just sit up here and talk. You don't have to worry about, that's a good feeling.
It's a great feeling. And I love it. And I love it.
So how is your mental health today?
Well, I will say how my mental health is, I could say at an 8.
Okay.
I'm about an 8.
Okay.
Because what I just started about 3 days ago is being the example. 3 days ago, y'all. 3 days ago. 3 days ago. All right. I had to implement it. Like, seriously, if I want things done right,
Yeah.
if I want things done efficiently,
I think we both are on that.
I now have to be the example, because what I am learning is maybe some people don't know their prefrontal cortex may not be as developed as I would want it to be.
Dr. Kellz is speaking to y'all right now, y'all. Dr. Kellz says y'all frontal lobe is not working. I'll say it the way that we know it's not working properly. That's what she said, y'all.
Well, hey, it's a scientific fact. Hey, drugs can mess it up. A childhood trauma, anything can mess that up.
Mhm.
By just being so honest. And so I'm learning that people love and do things differently. And I know that I have to use my discernment on what I will entertain. But most importantly, I have to be the example of how I would want to be treated by people. And also my treatment of people, and people seeing that, because people see you.
Yes, they do.
And I know when people see me, I want them to see me at my best self.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 8.
But a 7.5, 8, I'm good with. When you get under 5, I'd be like, okay, what's going on?
Yeah.
But it's always good to ask everybody how their mental health is going. Hopefully everybody that does come and is in here, I hope their mental health is doing well, because it's challenging times, especially when you are trying to be the example.
Yeah.
And I think that's where I'm at with it too. Not only an example to others, but to myself.
Yeah.
Like I've been pushing myself, because today it was very rainy here in Georgia, and I really wanted to stay in the bed.
I did.
And normally that's what I would be doing. But I know I had things to do, and we got goals and things to accomplish. And like you said, setting an example to be like, look, did y'all know? And it's not even to brag, but to show, hey, at my nice young age of 50 something, I had something that I was doing, and I had to get up in the morning, and I had to do this. So at your 16, 17, 18, 19, 20-year-old self should be able to still be able to do the things that
she's telling y'all you have to pivot. If you watched yesterday's show, Pivot, she's telling y'all that she had to pivot.
Very much so. Very much so. I had to pivot.
So
yeah,
I'm all about that. The thing about being an example is to all the parents out there. This is a question that I got to people that are taking care of someone or love someone dearly and is there for them. When you talk about setting the example, what does that look like to you? See, what do you think setting the example looks like?
Oh man. As I mentioned today on Daily Dose of D, it means to follow through, take accountability, be able to take criticism, when you need it, and not take it as, oh, I'm this or that. Being an example means that too, also that self-love. I'm big on self-love. Mm-hmm. If you can't love yourself, I don't know that, and it's really true though.
Yeah.
If you see the people that are not having a good life, or it's a lot of things keep happening, and they wondering, they really speak down on themselves,
Yeah.
or they don't have a love for themselves, and then that example contribute on to the rest of the family.
You know what that's called?
What's that called?
Dysfunction normalized.
Mm-hmm. Normalize this one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Normalized dysfunction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Either way you want to say this, because the truth of the matter is you got to change at some point. When you know better, you do better.
Mm-hmm.
Like I do give people they moment.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Because
yeah.
you could, I get it, you be going through something and people not understanding. But there are people out here that do understand what you're going through.
Mm-hmm.
I do look at things and say, okay, you know what's going on? Especially if you got your stuff, you trying to get your stuff together and things don't work out. I understand that.
Yeah, but you got to at least put forth the effort.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you could plan things. We plan things plenty of times, and things happen. And you just be like, that's not the way I expected. But don't let it keep you stagnant or be like, see, I told you this wasn't working. You know, that's
with you. Yeah, that's where you get it at right
Yeah.
there. People use it.
Yeah.
People use that too. Well, I just, it just didn't work. You'd be like, wait a minute, how hard did you try? They just said no. Did you try again? Because what if the process is they tell you no first? You got to go re-ask.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you just go re-ask?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what you're supposed to do,
Mm-hmm.
if that's the process. But if you're so hell-bent on, I don't want to look like this. Because so many people are so superficial. They care about what it looks out on the outside, not knowing that it's the outside, your inside that really shows on the outside. You can dress that shit up. You can put a nice derby hat on it. You can put some nice clean earrings, a nice jewelry, and it'll still be ugly. At the end of the day, you can put on some nice cologne, nice shirt that fits you, and come out and still have an ugly attitude.
Sure. What does an example look like to you?
Being courteous.
Mm.
I think somebody that is courteous and kind, a generous person, also a person that has empathy. I look for empathy in a person. I look if a person's gonna see the other side of it. Are you really because things happen every day in life, and they're like I used to tell everybody I got 5 kids, so especially when they was younger, you don't know what way I get pulled. So it's like people will call me, hey, you didn't answer your phone, girl. You know what? I'm lucky if I find my phone in the house.
Right.
Come on now, like let's be real. They have my stuff or it'd be under some, and I wasn't in no rush to find it because I'm at home with my family and people that knew me knew where I was at. And it was the people that could pop up on me if they wanted to. You know what I mean? So like, what I did though is I did have to set the example of how I wanted my family to be. I had to look at it. There were some hard decisions that had to be made, and they were made. And looking back, I would have done some things differently, but at the end of the day, I had to set the example of what it looks like because I didn't want to continue generational curses or normalize the dysfunction that we were in. It was a good marriage and it was loving while it lasted. There were things that could have been done differently. And I don't want to really speak on it because the person's not here to say or defend themselves in any kind of way. Not that they should have to, but they're just not here anymore. And when you go through things in life, you try to set the example and talk to other people and show other people what it looks like. On the outer hand, ain't no judgment, you know what I mean? But if I can offer a different way for you to look at something, if I could be the example and show you what it looks like to be 200 and how many shows in are you?
253.
253 daily doses of D. To set the example to show sometimes you just have to be consistent. Sometimes it's about getting started. Just get started. It don't matter where you get started, just get started. And let the consistency for you build up over time. Half everyone's problem is just to get the start, right? Like you said, you could lay in bed all day.
Yes.
I got hey y'all, I got out the bed and I looked at her door open. I'm like, you can eat me.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay. Let me go give me
It's
some
just
tea.
like, I think too, when I think about this example, I always, because I am a parent,
Mhm.
that's what really gets me, because there's parents that don't think that what they do in their life affects their children.
Yeah.
Like, and it does. And I'm speaking from personal experiences on being the child and the parent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You know both sides. Yeah.
Yes.
Come on, y'all.
Yes.
Don't y'all know what it is?
Yes. So it's like,
Hey, blended.
as the child, I was very observant. I was nosy.
Me too.
But I was a quiet nosy.
Me too.
See, I wasn't like, I knew everything.
Yeah. You wouldn't know I knew the best, especially with the close cousin.
Yes, exactly.
You might not know little Phil.
And
yeah,
I observed everything my mother and my stepfather did, and my aunties and all them. They think you don't know, but you do. And then as a parent, I had to learn that my kids was watching everything I did. So I was like, well, if I was that way, they probably doing it too. And like,
I was yesterday years old when I found that out. When I found that out, I was like, dang, I have not been setting the right example for my children. I haven't been.
Well, yeah.
In some ways, because I'm just taking inventory of life just in general when you do have kids, because again, you don't know what you're doing. And there are some people that could be the perfect parents and act like they're the perfect parents and all that. I'm gonna just be real with you. I could have set a better example. That's not the same. I was just, my example was bad because it wasn't, but I could have set a better example of what it looked like in all areas for my children. But I tell you what, at this point in time, is getting together. It's coming together.
And like I said, the first step, I talked about that today on Daily Dose to do this example. The first step is awareness and acknowledgement. Because there is no handbook to life. We do have to have our own experiences, but because there's no handbook, what do we look at?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We look at examples to see, hey, what's the example of this? And it's just like if you said, if it's not working for you, I mean, may I offer that you do something different?
Give it up.
That's what I'm really, I really am into the parent and all the adults, period. Let me be specific.
Yeah.
Children are watching us all the time, even if you don't give birth to them.
And it's not, I'm like, it's not even your kid.
Yeah. They are watching every single thing. So we want to do our best to set examples. And like I said, the part of the example that I try to lean into is if I am wrong, I'll go apologize. Like when I helped Nana with her homework and I might forget something, she gonna come show me, right? And then I go, oh girl, you're right. Thank you for showing. You know what I mean? Not, I just kids can tell you something too. So setting the example to show her that I'm accountable. I'd be like, see, and I tell her that, see, I be making mistakes.
Me too. I've had to tell her too, because I did it on her homework today. I said, hey, you spell this word like this, and because I'm still working, I'm trying to help her. I'm like, oh, you don't spell it that word. She was like, Mom, no, I don't think that's it, because Asaya even helped me because I think I was going to spell it that way. I'm like, no, I looked it up because that's what I tell them to do. If you're unsure, go look it up. It's how to go look it up. Hey, mouthpiece. And so she goes, Mom, it ain't. So I look it up, and sure enough, he had to spell right.
The same
and
word.
I said, oh my gosh.
That's the same word I had.
Sorry, no, my bad. She was like, it's okay, Mom. I was like, see, sometimes
she's smart enough to know that, say, yeah, what I tell her, what I'm showing you is working, because you didn't.
So she came back on me like, oh, yeah, you right, baby. And that's all I can say. But it's setting the example to show her that it's okay to be wrong sometimes. Not all the time are you going to get it right. I think a lot of times as humans, we thinking people supposed to just get it right the first time. First of all, if you truly are caring about people, you're going to assess the situation that people are in. Where are they from? What have they been doing all this time? What has been their example? If you ever get to hang out with people's families and stuff, you get to see exactly the reason why they are the way they are. And you can make an assessment off of that. That don't mean you're saying they're bad or good or any of that.
Right.
You just get to make an assessment of, okay, if this is what fits you or your life.
Right.
And if it is, then rock with it. If it's not, then hey, excuse yourself. It is that simple.
Mm-hmm. And setting those examples could be bad examples too.
Ooh.
It's not always good.
This is where we get triggered. We should have had a trigger one. Let me get ready. Hold on.
She got the mom. The
The
bad examples. Have I felt that in my life, I could just really be honest and transparent that as a mother, I had a alcohol problem. And that was no way near setting a good example for my children. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like I changed for many reasons. That was one of the reasons. One of the reasons that I, did was because I didn't want them to, and it's because it runs in my family. Yeah. So once I really was like, oh no, through my father, uncle passed away like that, and I really started seeing like, this ain't the business right there. And I'm not really setting a good example for my kids. They knew exactly why I was doing it because I did express that. But then when I stopped, I was like, not only for health reasons, but because I don't want them. One son doesn't even barely drink, and the other one, he drinks, but they know. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel that was one generational curse that I was going to break because I wanted to lead by example. And that was a bad habit. That was a very bad habit that I had. Like, I knew what I was doing. It was intentional.
Yeah. There was times where I drank. I don't.
You didn't indulge like me.
Yeah, I didn't. But I had my moments where I did, you know what I mean, depending on it was circumstantial because it was whatever I was going through.
Yeah, exactly.
So like the fact that I was going through something was like, okay, well, I guess. And not only that, when I look at thank you, Mouthpiece, appreciate you. When I look at it, like I said, I think I could have done better because there was things that I've done. But I was never malicious. Let me just say this though, because I don't think I was ever malicious as far as being the example. It may not have been a good example, but I promise you I had reason for why. Yeah, my intention for what I was doing was good, but it may not have been
a good example.
A good example, right? And this is where I said we got to give people grace because things happen in these moments. You don't know what can happen wherever you're at. It don't matter wherever you're in the world. You could be at a party, you could be in the middle of the grocery store. Anything could happen. It happens like that. You got to look at people and see where they at and they like, what's going on? Because we all could get distracted at some point.
Sure.
And in that, you could not be the example. You can get distracted and be in the store and somebody, cashier, say something to you out of line and you might just pop off one day. Hey, who the hell you talking to? They might catch you on the wrong day. So I'm not saying that can't happen. But as far as you setting the example when your kids are with you now, I'm glad I'm aware we got time to change the things and correct the things that we've had because we learned. So, and
they do notice that. They like, you ain't the same no more. Or I was expecting the old Auntie D would do this. And I'm like, so it does. It's a good feeling to be like, oh, now I know I'm on the right track. And for them to see that everybody makes mistakes and you can change because sometimes you feel that you can't change because of the generational curse, right? Well, like they was doing it, I'm gonna do it. This is how it is. Like
did it work for them? Let me ask y'all a question in the chat. Y'all in the chat, come on. Did it work for them? If it worked for them, then it should work for you. It should. Now, there are some cases where it may not. But if it worked for them, put down it, did it work? Will it work for you? Because if it didn't work for them, and depending on how many times they tried it and it didn't work, why would you go back and repeat the same thing that they're doing?
Same behavior, yeah.
If Uncle Sam is drinking 85 beers a day, or hitting the pipe, every day. What kind of example do you think that shows to anybody, not even kids, family, partners, so-called friends? Yeah, it ain't gonna work up to mouthpiece. It ain't gonna work. Because sometimes we have to be our own example. That's the sad part sometimes. Sometimes we're the ones that got to dig our own way out of the trenches. Because guess what? Bob sure didn't know what it looked like. Because if Bob is still doing it with you or still indulging the way they're doing it or doing whatever it is, they haven't found the way. What do you think would help get you away from this? What does it look like for you to get away from it? But sometimes I think we get comfortable though. What do you think? I think we get comfortable in the easy things, the things that are easy.
You get comfortable and you just don't care. That's like when you just don't care, it's like if you ever been around somebody that just don't care, it works my nerves, y'all. I'm serious. I'll be like,
yeah.
They just don't care. And they'll tell you, I don't care, and say it with authority. You be like, dang, you don't care. What do you mean you don't care? So yeah, like that caring part is part of the example. Like if you care, you're gonna try your best to be an example in whatever way that looks, right?
Yeah.
But I'm like you. How did it end up? So that's even with me. My father's still around, but he has cancer and so forth from drinking. But like y'all, I looked at him and was like, nope, that's not about to be me. You know what I mean? So I changed the way, and losing an uncle from alcoholism was like, okay.
That's how my dad started.
Yeah, it's like, I don't think I want to do none of this. And it's to the point now, like, we don't even like what drinking is not even like a thing.
Now we would have people think we drink like hold on, people still think that we drink the way that we used to 15 years ago. Hear this 15 years ago, just because we could go out to a nice restaurant and have a cocktail. Don't get it twisted.
We will tear up some wine.
We is not over here getting drunk every day. Like people be so funny with that. And it's like, where do you even get that from?
Because they don't think we change from that example.
Oh.
Yeah, people trigger, that don't care trigger. I know mouthpiece shoot. I'd be like, y'all don't care. It's very, when you do care, and it's sad. I know me, my empath self, I'd be so sad because I'd be like, dang, what you mean you don't care about yourself? Like, it's the sadness that overcomes too. And then I'd be like, what about your family though? Like, what about, especially if you got
it don't matter, it's just me. It's just about me.
Yeah.
I'm the only one.
Yeah.
I'm the only one that matters. Don't nobody listen to me. People think I'm a joke. Nobody wants to help me out.
Yeah.
Why are they doing me like this? Why are you allowing them to do me like that? Yeah. Get your RTD, the Richard T. Davis, as we call it in Denver, which is a public transportation bus. Get you some change built. Get you a Greyhound ticket. Get you a plane ticket and go somewhere different. Sometimes you got to start over. Sometimes it has to look different. Like I said, sometimes you got to be the one that makes it look different because you don't know what look different is. But you know that if you take a chance on you probably might win. That's the most scariest part of change is you don't know, it's unexpected on the other side. Yeah, and you cannot care when you got family that depends on. Yeah, you can't.
How can?
How can I don't know.
I don't know. Mouthpiece, that's what we want to know.
Mouthpiece. Now I done seen some old ass adults. Sorry, y'all. Let me get back into my feminine.
No,
I've seen a whole lot of old ass adults out here still doing stuff like they 20 and got families and brag about it or come and say things about how they act out here in these streets. setting the example. Like kids don't see that. That's the energy you putting out in the world. The fact that it's happened to you shows that the energy is already amplified and being put out there. So what you think you're going to attract more of if you keep living in that energy. I keep telling people that whatever you put your energy to is going to manifest in your life. If these are the things that you're seeing right in front of your face, that's what's going to manifest. Keep playing with it. Just because you know how to make yourself suffer, that's crazy. I get it though.
And the thing about it too, the being the example, right? So the people that be like, yes, it's me, and it doesn't affect anybody. Then when you're not here and you don't get to see, or you can be still here and see the effects of how it might go on to the next generation. True. And you have a choice then to be like, oh, they're just like Uncle Larry. I'm trying to think. Oh, you like Aunt Martha. Like it's a good thing. And it's like, no, wait a minute.
That's not even what's supposed to be happening. What?
You know, like,
that's good.
To stop this
wait a minute. And here's the thing. I would say this, y'all. I'm not trying to trigger nobody with your family, okay? I'm just speaking from experience, okay? If every time you go over to uncle and auntie, grandma, whoever, so-and-so's house, and they have a bar of alcohol on the side of the chair where they can just pull it out and sip on it. By the end of the night, they be told
the whole bottle gone.
But they interacted with the family, and they may have crazy sometimes.
Yeah,
but that's just how such and such is. So they kill it, they liver, messing themselves up. They the nice. Some of them be the nicest.
No, they do
everything, but they tearing themselves up. But you still bringing it because this makes such and such happy. At this point, we still go we go just enable that.
Yeah.
And we normalize that behavior.
Yes.
Because we got that YOLO. We only live once, so we gotta do what we gonna do. Okay, well.
Y'all didn't listen to Whitney Houston. I believe the children are our future. I'm just you don't say I believe the children are our future and you're not trying to be better in the future. That's just the way I am. That's why I said that phrase when we talked about just as how they are, just as how we. What you mean? No, we not.
Like I said, I'm asking how long you've been this way. That's the new question, but I'm not asking.
I'm like,
how long have you been this way, and do you plan to change anytime soon? If that's not in your plans, then goodbye.
I'm going to be the one. I don't want to be that way. No.
Oh, that's how I am.
Yeah.
That's how you see me. When you say that, I'm like, is that how you see me?
Right.
Because I'm not trying to give that off. That's not what I'm putting out there. That's not. No.
Yeah.
The projection to me is that. Oh no.
Being an example and friendships is as well just as hard because we have to take out the expectation of so many things, but the example of what you want. This is what gets me. Okay. You want somebody. So let me do it like this.
Okay.
What do you want in a friend?
First off, I would like somebody that can communicate.
Okay.
I want somebody that can tell me how they feel, have emotional intelligence. I want the person to be open. Be open, be truthful, be transparent. Those are the things that I would like.
So if I'm your friend, but you told me that you like communication, emotional intelligence, being open, and loyalty. And I'm not showing none of those, but I want you to be my friend. How does that make you feel?
First off, I would automatically be like, this is a one-sided relationship, and it would make me feel kind of disappointed. Because if I call myself somebody's friend, I literally think showing the qualities of what a friend would look like, you're going to get to see those. And understand this is how I am as a friend.
Right.
Like I tell people all the time, people be like, oh, you ain't got to do this. I do what my heart tell me to do. You don't get to tell me what my heart. didn't tell me to do. And my heart's not malicious either.
Mhm.
But I do what I can for the people that I love. So yeah.
Yeah. So the example that you said, I would expect you to be that way, right?
Mhm.
And so if you're saying that you want those things and you're not doing it, that's not a good example.
No,
because you said that's what you wanted, that's what you like, but then so you expect me to be that way, but you don't have to. That's what this is where the example. You know what I mean?
You ain't sending. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't even have that expectation on nobody, especially if you not doing it though. The person that's not doing it should not have no type of expectation. And you're lucky if you don't get dropped, and you might just get dropped.
No, real talk.
You will get dropped
because it's like you're not even taking accountability. You want to be treated a certain type of way, but you're not setting the example to show me that you want to be treated that way.
Yep.
So my example would be, I'm not going to accept this behavior.
Yep.
So I'm going to move on from that.
Yep.
And the example would be set.
The example would be leaving your ass alone.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all know I get. Okay, I'm gonna bring it back down. But you already know how it is. Like what type? Okay, so speaking of examples, right? I would like to have to ask the YNs out there, what example are we setting by doing some of the things that we're doing in our communities, i.e., eliminating our brothers and sisters, innocent babies, innocent bystanders being hurt within conflicts. What is it about the home system that needs to be corrected? Because only you could tell us that because you come out from it. Some of these kids too also have good households and still choose to come out and do things.
Or it looks like they have a good household. You know, and you're right, there's some, but there's something that. Go ahead, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
there's something to me that cuts it out. There's something that you feel like you were missing, because I have my best friend, right? Has a mom and a father, a mom and dad. The dad's a preacher. She's the first lady. He had the life that everybody wanted, and when he chose to choose the alternative life, I had to ask him, like, why you got whatever? And he was like, it was so appealing to him because they were devoted to church and everything, that he was longing for some attention, and the games gave that to him. So there's still something like, even though you're like a quote unquote good family or happy family, and I can relate to that because that's how, you know, I was brought up as well. It looks good and then it's a whole different thing. But I think it's that long. So the example he had was they're in the church, the husband and wife example. But when it came to the children, he felt like he was sort of neglected because the church was the child.
Yeah.
So it gave him an opportunity to
explore something.
Yes.
Okay. That makes sense.
So yeah. So we just, like I said, it's being an example.
It's just a question that I ask. Like now they are the next generation, and this is what they're putting out in that generation.
Something's wrong.
I feel sad because their babies are growing up without their parents, right? Because they're having kids at 16, 17, 14, 15, all up in their range, right? They're having kids then they're gone. They don't get to even raise their children up to be young adults. You know what I mean? They themselves are no longer here to even grow up to be adults. So what does that generation look like?
Look at these. Who was the dude that shot? My brain's going so bright. That was accused of shooting. Was it Gucci? Me and Mouthpiece talked about it.
I know,
but his dad was in
prison.
So what exactly? Do you understand what I'm saying?
So like, why wouldn't it be
right?
He doing.
I can't think of the name now. If you can remind me, if you still, I can't remember the name. But his dad was in prison. Just got out of prison.
Yeah.
2 years. I couldn't think of. Like it was like. Okay, you're following the same example as your father. Right. You guys want to be in. I know a whole father and sons that are in prison now, and it's like
what example?
Yeah.
And then taking yourself offline. Like, what are we doing taking ourselves offline to our community? And I just like said this to somebody earlier that why, if we got the energy to do all this stuff out in the street, why can't we be now? You protect the community since you about that life and just going out there.
You want to be a warrior,
so you could be on the front line. We're gonna put these skills to you, young man. You gonna stand in front of
right?
while
Be
we
the
get our
warrior.
hospitals together.
Right.
You know they're gonna come through and probably try to Oklahoma us again or do something. So we're
Right.
gonna need y'all young men on the front line while we build this. Y'all getting hot meals on the back end of it. If somebody come, we here. Like, use your energy and your power to create something greater than what you are currently doing, because it could be played that way. We don't even own the blocks that we trying to rep. The government does. I'm from whoop-de-whoop block. No, you don't.
That was a horrible. Come on, yep, come on, brother.
Man,
He was. Come on, brother. Like, for real though, that was a horrible example. And y'all don't come for me, but it's the truth. You know, I'm about to say. Well, I'm about to talk about a person. So I love Whitney Houston's singing voice, right? I love her. She's a beautiful singer. But look, the same downfall. Even though we don't know everything, but I just believe like her daughter was surrounded, and Bobby didn't help with that either. Was surrounded because look, even his son, you know what I'm saying? They were surrounded when they were they were around when all that alcoholism and drugs was going on. And, you know, if we don't know the full story, but she had to learn sometimes. Exactly.
The example being set.
Yeah.
Was you in your room and had your tray?
Right. Like they showed on their pictures. Right. All the crack everywhere. I mean,
what was the example? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You could just assume when you hear these types of stories, you assume what the conditions were. Think about it. If this is what happens, like, do people do that? Do they really think about? Because what I'm learning is some people don't, like I said, their frontal cortex don't be developed sometimes. And they may not be putting together what's really going on.
Mm-hmm. Like, it's just.
Because do they think about that? You got to. If this is what's happening and you seeing this person is headed toward this way, right? And if they're truly your friend, you're going to be like, yo, like, I'm not going to lie to y'all. I will slap my friend in the face if they think they're going to go do something to jeopardize their life. I will let them have a moment of crisis, because a person is going to be a person, and I'm going to be here. Hold on, let's talk this out. What can we do? Fire alarm, hey, don't whistle to whoever, and y'all come. But one of us is going to be there. One of us is going to be there, right? And then we help it. But if I'm not going to, I'm sorry. If you thought if Dee leaves my house today, I'm going to have to slap her and get it together. This is not what we came here for. We got a mission. You don't let your friends go out here and crash out and go have moments. Like, I think we've allowed that too much. Instead of being our friends' support and supporting them in the ways that they need to be supported, that we'll let them go out and crash out on people instead of reeling them back in. Like, look, this is not for you to do that.
And they not only that kills. It should have been checked the very first time, because then the person would have been like, okay, because you're not checking it right then, and if you're allowing that behavior, they think it's okay. Stop hanging around them. Stop. Just stop. Like, but as long as it's like when a person is on drugs or alcohol, when you use drugs, like. So if you're around the drugs,
it could become a part of your life.
Exactly.
You're just prone to be either or.
Right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like, you can't get away from it. Get away from. I'm guilty of this. I've made excuses for people. I'm like, they're just this and that, when I should have right then and there checked it.
Yep. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And now that I've learned, like, and there's a way to do that too. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to have a conversation where we're like, okay, you know, I didn't think this was cool. But if your behavior continues, I have my boundaries because I'm setting an example. and that's no longer what I want to be around.
Yep.
But I think because this world is so bent on the drama, the chaos, it's sickening.
I gotta check you first instead of it being having a conversation, because there can be misunderstandings. We don't. I think that if we really came to looking at what people go through, we would find out a whole lot about it that you probably wouldn't even think.
You know, I always tell you the villain was nice at one time.
Yeah.
And it's funny how Marvel came out and finally showed that, because I was like, no, there's something that made them that way.
I love Marvel.
I mean, they tell you, and you'd be like, dang, I didn't know they went through that. Yep. The same with people. Yep. But then you still got it, even though some people still try to say the villain, even in Marvel, like it still shows the story. But what example did they have? You know, my favorite is Maleficent. She was the nicest, sweetest person till that man came and broke her heart and took her wings.
Her wings off.
Her wings. Yeah. I'll be like, no. But you know, even like the Joker.
All of them.
Think of all of them. Like they all have story. Two-Face. All of them people have stories, but the example. And they chose to stay that way.
Yep.
And making that choice to stay that way affects the people around them. That full circle.
Can I ask you a question, Goddessdee?
Yeah.
What if you just can't seem to make it out? What if I can't take this no more, but I keep indulging? What do I do? Because I can't change this. I've been this way. This is who I am.
This is who you choose.
Yeah, can't nobody change me.
Well, if nobody's gonna change you,
nobody gonna judge me but God.
You're right. Nobody ain't gonna judge you but God, and it's okay. You and God can have that conversation because it has to be you. There's nothing Batman did. Yeah, there's nothing I can do. I can help you and guide you. Are you asking me for assistance to give you the tools? Because you know what, it's all inside of you. Whatever you choose to do. She's putting me to the test. Y'all don't even know what she's doing right now. Remember this conversation.
I'm saying because there's people out there that they feel like they stuck. And I can understand when you feel like you stagnant or you feel like you stuck in a place where I've been doing this my whole life.
But okay, so
and all I've been is in this one state my whole entire life. I ain't never traveled outside of it. I'm scared to get on a plane or train or superstar to come to you wherever you are.
So when you say you're stuck,
yes,
you're stuck in what?
Like life ain't going well.
Why isn't it going well?
It just keeps handing me shit bag after shit bag after bag.
But so you're not moving at all. You're just staying right there and allowing it to just be shit bag after shit bag thrown at you. Yeah. You don't think you need to duck and dodge and start moving and rocking?
Yes, I did.
No, he's screaming.
I'm just saying, we role play like this all the time.
But I'm just saying though, like what you telling me this is sort of a listening ear, or is there something in you that you want to change?
There's something in me that wants to change because I see that whatever it is that I'm doing, it ain't working no more. It is not working no more. Every time I do this is happening. It seems like it's repetitive. I need to get out the cycle and break whatever this is.
So if you were in my situation right now and somebody younger came and said what you just said to you, what would you tell them?
Damn, see how she turned that around pretty good at that. I would say, listen, young man or a woman, child or lady, or whatever it is. The very thing that is the burning desire that's inside of you. What is it that's inside of you that you would love to see manifest? That's going to be my first question. Because everybody has a creative spark inside of them. They just have not found it yet, or they have not really paid attention to what it is. Here's the thing: the messed up part is they do it every day. They do it every day.
So what you just said to that child, can you say that to you?
It's hard to be. It's hard to be. You're at the love palace. You're at the love palace. And I love it.
No,
yes,
it is turning it around because you got, all I could do is coach you
and help you see.
I can't say this is what you need to do. Dang. That's where a lot of people make the mistake.
And we don't like that word. You can't tell us, well, so what you need to do.
I'm not here to fix your problem. I'm here to give you possibilities of how you can fix your own problem. I'm not the problem solver of the possibility solver. Okay? I'm just taking
hey, y'all, because that's where most people get it misconstrued. We're not here. When I tell you about my tinctures, I always tell y'all I am not a doctor. Everything that I give and everything that I do to help you guys is because I have been studying herbs for myself. I did it for myself before I even introduced it to y'all, to anybody. I was able to heal myself. And so what I did is started to study even more. That's what led me down this rabbit hole, becoming a nutrition coach and a yoga instructor, because I wanted to do overall total health. I wanted to make sure that my mind was right too. There's a whole process to this. And all we're asking you to do is take a moment to acknowledge where you are at in the process.
Yeah. I can't solve your problem. You have to solve your problem. I could give you all, I'm not going to say this is what you should do and I give all this. To me, that's my way of doing things. I'm putting what I want on you. What would you, that's why I put it on you. What would you say to somebody? So that means you need to take that. Do you see what I'm saying? Instead of what should I do? No, Kelly, what would you say to somebody that's that? Because what you say to somebody is really what you could do for yourself. It's that simple.
It is.
Yeah.
And so it's to set the example part of this, what is the most meaningful in it. Because in order for us to even heal our world, we're worried about so many other things instead of setting the example. If people would just start doing the things that help, it would work, because it would actually show the help. Because once you implement a plan, right, you make a plan, right, and you say, I'm going to do this plan and I'm going to implement it. Two things can happen. It can work or it cannot work. We know what it looks like for it not to work, right? And if we add it up, we can pull out all the many other things that are the reason why it doesn't work, right? But amongst all those reasons why it doesn't work, there's a whole lot that will make where it would work. Why are we not trying those? Why are we not doing those things? Like you said, why are we not turning the mirror in on self and making sure we're doing it?
I think people are afraid of what you might see. I've been told this because I've talked to like a family member that's afraid. He's afraid to what he will see because I've done so much. What he feels in his heart is bad. And it's like, I'm afraid of what I'm going to see. Well, in order to get unafraid, you have to really be like, well, why am I here? What's my purpose? And go inside of you. Because being afraid to look in the mirror, hey, everybody be afraid to look in the mirror until you look in there and be like, oh, I don't look too bad.
Right.
Or I need to get my shit together. Period. Like, it's going to show, either way, it's going to show you where you need to go. That mirror is going to show you everything. And it might look a little cloudy and dusty. You be like, dang, I can't even see clearly because it's telling you. And that's literally a true example of your life. Like, if you're looking in the mirror and you don't like what you see and it's cloudy and all, like, you know how when you take a shower, what you call that, the mist is all, the fog is all on there. That could be how your life is. Because when that's what I'm saying. When a person is like having some good morning, good gorgeous moments and feeling good, you get out the shower and wipe that off. Yeah. Like I said off of what's the movie with Martin? A thin line between love and hate. The beginning scene, y'all. Martin gets out there. He like, hell yeah. He wants that. You know what I'm saying? And life looks that way. Not that life's not gonna throw stuff at you, but you're so afraid of what I'm gonna find out. What if this happens? And have all these what ifs and ain't trying nothing. Ain't trying nothing at all. Yep. What if do you try? What if? Did you try? Did you? Yep. They got to drink it on their own. Man, sometimes I'm not even leading you. I'm going to let Auntie Michael Jackson taught us this here at the minute. Right. For real, uncle. I said uncle. Auntie. Right. No, he did. Look at the man in the mirror. People, that's one of my favorite songs, Mouthpiece, because people don't, if you listen to what everything he said, he's gonna make a change for once in his life. For once in his life, gonna feel real good. Gonna make a difference. Gonna make it right. But yeah, no, but it's so true. Like it's fear. Is what I want. People have so much fear and they don't want to know. But the fear is you do know.
Here's the thing. How can you be with all the knowledge that's out there right now? There should be the time that you should be learning. Learning what is out there. Learning what you're coming up against. Not that this stuff shouldn't be scary. It looks different because we're progressing. You got to keep up with the times. You don't have to be fearful for what's coming next as long as you are preparing yourself. And preparing yourself is getting the knowledge. That's why I tell everybody, hey, yes, I'll educate you on my tinctures and my teas and everything. Yes, but at the same time, you also have to educate yourself. This is not something when you come in toward your health. This is something that you should also be actively involved with too. These are things where you should also be offering solutions to whatever the issues are that are happening. Because we do this as a team. We work in this thing together.
Yeah, you have to. You sparked something in me and I just lost.
No, here, I'll bring you back. If you need me to. But I'm just saying, when you really hone in into doing total health, go ahead. No, come on.
So what I was going to say, because I said this, it's okay to be nervous because that's the human instinct. It's okay to be even afraid. Yeah. That fearful though is just gonna hold you back. Because we as humans have that nervous feeling, right? That I don't want to know. Or a nervous feeling could be I'm nervous because I'm doing something that I'm really excited about. And it's like, but you still do it. Yeah. So it's
scared too. Yes. Right? Here's the thing. The only thing that can happen is that you have the experience. And that's what life is having the experience. Yes, there's going to be things that you're absolutely not going to experience because you know that you shouldn't, right? You're not going to go out here dancing, no, I know what crack does. Let me go in and get
right.
Kirk, go ahead and give me an 8-ball. That's not what we out here doing, right? So at some point, you also got to look at your life and say, you know what, this is not working. I can't keep going and picking this up. At some point, you learn how to wean yourself off. You teach yourself. This is not something that's fast acting. It's something that you implemented. It took years to get here. So then please take some days for yourself to get out. If it took years to get here, you could take some days out for yourself. Hopefully, them days leads to months, months into years, and years into plenty of more years to go. Like, seriously, this is the thing that you take steps, but understand when you do change, it takes a moment for the people around you to actually see your change.
And they will put you to the test. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. People will tempt you. In such a way that they think that they're bothering you. And the truth of the matter is people could care less about it.
because they're not that same person anymore.
Mm-mm.
When you haven't been around a person to see how they're evolved, or let me just even say, you don't have to be around them.
Mhm.
The reaction that you thought you was going to get, you no longer are getting, should tell you that they're not the same.
It should.
Because they're not like,
It
not to
should.
keep pushing and pushing and pushing. It should be like, they might be a little bit different now. So it's definitely, the example is, once you do start pivoting and changing to be the best version of yourself, is to set that example to show that it's work. Because we sit up here and we tell you this, but we go through, man, I'm telling you, about every other day I want to slap somebody. And the OD will pick up the phone and read you your rights and be like, when I see you, it's on the cracking. You know what I'm saying? But I have evolved so much from that, because first of all, it's not worth my energy, time, and I have to live in my purpose.
Yep.
If my purpose is not slapping you and going off on you, even though it might feel good at the time.
Yeah.
But that's going to take me away from my purpose. So you have to find what your purpose is so that you can set an example.
Because you don't even deserve the energy. This is what I need to really understand. And you can ask, y'all talk so much bad stuff when things come up. I'll hit it hard. I'll crash out and just in my own personal space with it for one moment. I'll allow myself that. But then I come to myself, hey, Saudi.
Hey, Saudi.
But then I come to myself and I'll be like, you know what? This person really is trying to get me out of character. And instead of getting me out of character and having me all looking crazy, let me get myself together. And me getting myself together, then I assess, what is it about me that makes them mad? Because I don't feel this way about me. And that's when the code starts to crack. Then I start to find, it's not even me. Oh, it's them.
Yep.
Oh, they feel some type of way about me. Once I have made the connection that they feel some type of way about me because of them, then I just drop the whole bag. You can have that. No problem, not mine. Hope you fix it. Have a good day, sir or ma'am.
Thank you for your services. I just made my line, y'all. Thank you for your services. Thank you for your services. But setting the example, like I said, it's not easy work. And like I said on Daily Dose of D, I hated being the oldest, because it was like, why do I gotta be the example? Like the lady said, but it's like, it's a lot of responsibility,
you're the
right?
One that they learn with.
I know, but
you're the first that gets to learn it. Because there's no hands. I got to speak because I got my mama 5. Hold on, shouts out to the parents, and she's a parent though too, so I'm not taking away from her. But when you have the oldest, you kind of be like, they got to stand up for it, like.
I know. Unfortunately, I did that to my son too, but it's a lot. I was the oldest grandchild and the oldest. Like and it's like, in the moment you do something wrong, this is where it's like so tough, because it's like, oh no, don't follow her. And it's like, oh, then you're gonna laugh at me, because I used to tell my other family members that you're not supposed to follow me, you're supposed to follow you. They used to be like, no, don't follow me, follow Jesus.
That's how it would be.
But it's like, it is a lot of responsibility to me. Like, I've only been the oldest, so I don't know how to.
Everything do rely on you, because everybody does look at you.
Like, even till this day,
they do be like, oh, no, she's this way. And he's like, dang, I ain't been that way in 20 years. Like, no, she been that way. Right. Dang, no,
exactly. You are.
Wait. What?
That was in 1994.
94 days and since 95. Right. That's the last time.
But all you can do from that is grow.
Yeah.
And be an example now. And it's like, I love that feeling, right?
Yeah.
When they think I'm gonna react, or they think this, or even when your children come and show you, like, I've had both of my kids be like, I'm proud of your kids, has said that, or even family members like, I am so proud of what you become. And that's what, it's gonna feel good within you.
Yeah.
You know you're being a good example because it feels good in you.
Yeah.
If you don't feel good about yourself, something is not all right there, right? It ain't right. Yeah, it's not going on because it feels good when somebody says, "Hey, I see," and you're like, "Ooh."
So you doing your thing.
Uh-huh.
Especially when they hit you up.
Yeah.
You know, when some people come, this is why I'm telling y'all, I'm putting this out in the atmosphere for my cousin, y'all. That somebody's gonna come to her like, we've been watching David Joseph. I want to do this show with you, girl. And she's gonna be like, I've been ready. And the thing is, and it's setting the example because number one, the consistency that she's put in, I'm about to toot her horn real quick. But the consistency that she's put in, she's an example to everybody in the industries. And she got her new show with Mouthpiece too that we trying to egg them on to go and give us the end of this season and give us a season 2. But look at me trying to do the season. But that just tune that horn because the thing is she's setting the example of what it looks like to have hard work and dedication. And to have people that support and behind you, somebody can set the example. Everybody in our group has a different talent that sets the example in different ways. It's nice to have that. Find that in the people that you are around, or then go find you some new friends. If the old ones ain't working, it's okay. It's okay to also have separation anxiety. It's also okay to have the anxiety of leaving the comforts of your home to find something different. Something that you've never done before. But what is it about you or what is it inside of you that you would like to do that you're holding yourself back from? Because nobody's literally got you in the chains holding you down from doing what it is that you know you should be doing.
And then speaking of that, thank you, Kellz, for that too. Speaking of that, one of the reasons why I came to YouTube and wanted to do a positive things was for my grandchildren. I wanted something. The world of technology has made it so. Say I do transition. Even now, I have 253 daily doses, 61 chips, and 6 shows. Do you see what I'm saying? Like they'll be like, "Oh, let me go see my sugar mama." That's what they call me on TV. Like, oh, did she talk about examples? Did she talk about relationships? Did she talk about self-love? They have something. That was my thing. My example, I wanted them to see, besides me having a personal contact, if they could go back and say, look, instead of going, look at my mama up there going off on people and calling people names and going off. And that's not an example.
Yeah.
So that was one of the reasons. There's several reasons, but that was like the top 3. Right. My grandchildren will always have something to go back and look at me. And so you see people that be like, well, my kids need to know how I am and how I was and all that. But then when they start disrespecting you and you wonder why they're talking stuff to you and treating you some type of way, you have showed them the example.
Or they go out here and treat somebody else like that and get hurt. But it's the example that you set. And here's the thing, everybody and anybody can change.
Oh, yeah.
We're not saying that you can't change, but the question is are you setting the example? Or better than that, be the example. So that you can help someone else and show them something different. My dream would be that we would get into our community in the hood, because I'm from the hood. What I could say.
Oh, we gonna go outside.
I would love to see to have people in the hood helping each other, being able to finance each other. We have a block party. Like I remember back in the day, we used to have block parties. Y'all ever been to a block party?
I don't know.
Have y'all been?
Man,
with a whole block.
The whole block. They shut the whole block down.
The whole block.
Oh man, block parties
like 3 blocks,
and it didn't even matter like anything, like what religion you were, what color, like
everybody
that they house. You go and taste their food. I used to be going to everybody's house trying to taste their food.
Everybody, man.
Yeah,
I would love those days. Man, to be able to be in community.
We can't even get families together. Let a block.
hard. Like, come on, y'all. Like, at some point, we got to start really caring about, be the example. Well, let me just say this. That's the example that I'm trying to put out. Because eventually, like I said, I'm going to come and show y'all, like, this is how my family, because I'm going to start with my family, because that's the only place that I can start with. So I'm going to start with my family, showing the example of what it looks like to sow seeds so that we can have this family compound, so that we can get the things that we need, so that I can offer you even more of what I have in my heart as well, because there's things that I would like to do and things that I would like to implement too. So I'm working on that. And so I'm going to try, and I'm going to be the example of doing that. But we have to start doing that for one another and helping one another. You know how many things that seminars that we could be having with each other, and meet and greets that we can have, and we put all our money into the pot and can fly certain people in from certain areas and actually have food in it.
You know, that's one of my things, like
with each other.
Yeah.
Not just on this YouTube thing. We can have a whole meet and everybody just put a certain amount.
Do your show right there on the stage.
Yes.
I'm with it. That's what I'm with. Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So we have questions and being interactive with each other. You know what I mean? That's what we going for. Because at the end of the day, we trying to help our community. I want to be able to, I wish I can go back and finance some of these YNs. What you really want to do, bro?
I love them.
What you really want?
I told you this the other day. The TikTok people, was it Danny Dan and the ones that go by your, I love them. I told Kelly, Kelly, I can't be mean no more to the people when they come to me. They might be trying to pay for our groceries. But no, if you are on TikTok, there's these guys, and I think there's a couple of women that do it too, but most of these guys, and they now the way they approach you can catch you off guard.
Yeah.
But he really, like, I seen this guy, they literally pay for your groceries and give you cash back. Like, that's type of stuff I like to do. No, I'm saying, like, I would love to do that. Like, one lady was going into the Goodwill, and you could tell she was stressed out. And the dude stopped her and was like, hey, what's going on? She was like, I'm just coming in here. Me and my kids, I just got a job. We were in a shelter. We got a place. And so my neighbors gave me a couple of things. So I'm just coming in here to see if I can get a table. And The dude was like, well, here's $500. And she was like looking at him like, what in the world is you talking about? Right. And so she was like, and she literally broke down in tears. And then she was like, if y'all don't believe in God, you know, this is real, blah, blah, blah. She was like telling her story. He gave her another $500.
Wow.
And then paid for her stuff when she went up there.
Wow.
And she was like, I'm about to go get some groceries. She was like, that's the type of stuff I would love to just, because sometimes when you feel like there's nobody else there and it's just,
you see that
then there's some, that the divine comes and just gives you the higher source or whatever you want to, just comes and gives you what you need. It's a beautiful feeling.
It is. But I'm just saying, I would like to give back to the community. Like, we got to start switching our communities. Like I said, we should be waking up to the fact that we don't own none of this. We banging the block. We don't own the block. We need to really look at that, because we get into some of these things where it doesn't make, it's starting to not make sense no more. The reason for gangs even back in the day was to protect the block. We probably could have bought it back at that point, but the gangs was to protect the block. We've taken it so much out of context where we're hurting ourselves now. I want to see y'all grow up. I want to see y'all be something, because the more that we stick together, the more that we can build. We have to be able to trust in one another again. We have to be able to help people see what it is that they need. Like we were talking the other day on Mouthpiece. We need to get into the communities, have some community centers, have places where these people could go.
Our kids, well, at least your oldest child and mine, the Boys and Girls Club boy, and they had one of the best schools. I'm telling you, oh my God! So they went to a school where kindergarten to 12 all together, CCI. Yeah, they call each other's brothers and sisters. They met and meditated in the morning. It was the one, and of course, I
was good.
was the
parent of the year.
The principal was a good. I used to work for them at the bar, so they was like, "We know your mama." My kids couldn't get away with nothing, and I'm on the way, and they'd be like, "I'm calling your mom," like, and we'll really do it, and then they'd be like, "I told them I was calling your mom, and go ahead and keep them in there," like, and so they knew them even outside of this, like, it was so they didn't have enough funding to keep the school together because you would go to school. The bus would take them to the Boys and Girls Club afterwards. So while we're getting off of work, we just go to the Boys and Girls Club and pick them, and they didn't have a snack, everything. Like, we get home, do homework, take showers, time to go to bed. Yeah, so thank you, Boys and Girls Club, you know. But it was one of the best times.
Yep, it was great.
Oh, he's in a block really party. Good. I didn't see that part.
Oh. Wait.
Mouth right here.
It's a block party going on here on the 30th. It's gonna be.
Hey, look, see, this is what we talking about. We can't even
post this so we could just be in spirit with it. Because wait,
that's Thursday, Mouth. This Thursday,
yeah.
Mouthpiece. We're gonna talk about that.
So yeah, like okay.
I didn't even see that. But yeah, so it's just a matter of being a good example. Be the best example that you can be. And may I offer, this is just how I am. Sometimes that's not a good thing. If you're not a good example. And expecting the next generation not to. If you got some habits that have carried on it to you that you didn't like that your parents do or their parents do, and you like, this is just how we are, you might need to reevaluate that. Like, that didn't work. It's showing you from generations that didn't work. So you want the same result, or do you want something different?
I want something different. I wanted something different because most of my life I've already tried what isn't working. Mm-hmm. That's the wake up call. Ring, ding, ding, ding. I've already tried that.
Mm-hmm.
Ring, ring, ring. I've already tried that. Ring and ring and ring again. I've already tried that. Let's try something different. Mm-hmm. What you gotta lose? Like, I mean,
do something.
Look at what we're going through right now. Come on, y'all. What's it gonna take?
Mm-hmm. Definitely. So we just want to set a good example all the way around, the best way that we can possibly. Nobody's perfect because there's no such thing as perfection. But we got to just, when we fall, get back up. My bad, y'all. That's when you can say my bad.
Mm-hmm.
I got it.
Yep. Because I'll do it.
I was tripping.
Yep. Hold on. Oh.
I apologize. And this is the steps that I'm doing. See, we are. I decided these are the steps I'm going to take. I might need some assistance on the way.
Man, that's a good one.
I might need some assistance on the way.
But I can assure you that I am getting myself.
I'm here for you. Like that. Like, that's where, like, it's all about finding what for you. And I'm telling you, if you don't love yourself, I've seen it too often. Where people don't love themselves and they thinking they love it on other people and they're really not. They're really not. Like, really, if they really were to sit back and be like, what type of relationships do I have? What type, all those ships, right? Mm-hmm. A person that doesn't love themselves really don't have any good relationships. That's just from what I think. What you think?
No, I see. Yeah, they don't, because they treat people weird, mm-hmm. and people treat them weird too.
It might start off good.
Normalizing the dysfunction. We have a tendency to normalize the dysfunction. And the thing is it's because we see it all the time now. Like, now that social media is so prevalent now, you can turn on anything and you can see it happening from any area. It's all over, right? There's nothing that you can do. Even your kids are exposed to it, even when you don't want them to be exposed to it. The world's exposing it to them, period. I don't care what kind of parent. You can be a hover parent, any kind of parent you want to be. I'm going to tell you right now, kids are smart and they know how to go around you and look for the very thing you're trying to show them not to look for. You
Yeah,
act
when
like,
them right,
you can
yeah.
act like you,
They got a smart
won't
mouth or
mean.
acting in some type of way.
you don't understand how the world is working. You know that that's not it. Because kids can pick up on so much outside of your home before they ever get it inside of your home. So you have to set the example and show your kids, talk to them. We can't be shutting down on our children no more or spazzing out when they come to us with certain things just because we may be exacerbated from our day. I get it. We are hardworking parents. We go to work every day. We take care of our children. We making sure they're good. But at the end of the day, they're innocent. They need to be cared for. They need to see what it looks like. Mama have a stable attitude to deal with me right now. Does daddy have a stable attitude towards mama right now, having conversations? They do get upset. How do they handle being upset? Okay, yeah, I can see my mom have a glass of wine when she comes in with her dinner and she goes to take a bath. She read a book to us at night, or mama's getting ready for bed while we in the shower with her glass of wine or whatever, getting things together. These are the things, because here's people think that we're saying, oh, you can't have your glass of wine, or you can't have your smoke on your back and closed porch. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody saying nothing about that. We're saying, what are the kids seeing? Because even though you do them things, there's still ways to do those responsibly too, so that your children understand that if this is what they decide to indulge in, because we live in a world that show them too. Show them safety. Talk to them about things that are not safe for them as well.
Because it's easy for them to get them examples off of social media.
Man, and is that what you want? Because I remember somebody telling me, you talk to your kids about smoking marijuana and cigarettes and stuff? Yeah, at the time that I was doing it, yeah. I'm having that conversation with them. You're right. Why? Because if my kids leave me and they go be hanging out with somebody else and be doing, no, we ain't having that. Talk to me about, I'm going to show you. And my kids probably are videoed out. I'm gonna show them videos of STDs.
Yeah, they know they get that because they be showing the little one. They be like, "Let me show you a video." That's all I be like. But now, we show that like, oh, do you think this is the good life?
Let me show you what. Like. On the other hand,
things are so different now. So like, if you're not gonna be that example, it's a double whammy. If you're a bad example and they got the bad example of the world. No, I'm just saying. That's like a double like then you'd be like, why are you talking to me like that? Why are you acting up in school? Why are you fighting because the example that is being shown.
Right.
Yeah, social media, I talked about that as well. How social media affects.
It does. And the music. I've never listened to so much I'm trying to find a gentle word.
Drill music.
Is that what they call it?
I can't tell it possibly.
The destroying music.
The drill music?
That's what that is?
Yeah. Like, give me an example. It has to be drill music. It has to be drill music. No, it has to be drill music that you're talking about. It has to be just because what you're saying. It's called drill music.
Drilling. So y'all out drill music. Drill music. Taking people out.
Oh, well, that's what they've been calling it.
It's a different. People out is the drill music.
The drill music, yeah. Yep.
Why we gotta have a drill? Why can't y'all drill on somebody else?
Pick up a drill and make you a house. Be a carpenter.
That part. No, I'm just like, cause it's baffling to me. Like, I get why people wants to have in their neighborhood. Like, I get it, but at the end of the day, you're disarming your whole neighborhood. You're gonna get extradited out your own neighborhood into jail, and they're gonna kick grandma.
That's what they want, and that's what they want.
Really
they want all the family to be dysfunctional.
All the family gotta live in the project.
Yeah. Teach how to operate a drill in y'all music.
That part.
about things. I'm telling you, she couldn't think of it. I'm like, that's, and that's, they changed the name up on things so much. I had to ask these kids. Yeah, man, I'll be asking them, what's that mean? They think because I'm 50 plus that I'm not gonna know. I'd be like, I'm gonna find out. These kids be talking, be like, yeah. They be like, no, Auntie, you know what? It's because we tell her. Yeah. They changed the word so much. That's why I was like, it's, as far as I know, it's still called drill music. But yeah, it is. We gotta do our best as family, friends, and romantic partners to be an example of how you want to be treated.
Right.
And always know, no matter what, there's always somebody watching.
Always. I always feel like somebody.
Rockwell, y'all.
All right, because for real, somebody's
always.
You don't know who it could be. You can miss out on your opportunity. Mm-hmm. You can miss out on your blessing. You can miss out on the very thing that you probably needed because you weren't being aware of what's going on in life. Mm-hmm. Don't be so distracted by this news. Be aware of what's going on, but don't be distracted by what's going on out here, and let these people be telling lies and Apollo lying and all that. Okay, watch out for how these people is deciding to move in their own life. That's what tells you if a person got it together. Because how is your life? What's going on in your life?
The mask could only stay on for so long.
So long.
And when you start seeing it crack, run.
Run.
No, so like people that do facials, right? No, this is my analogy. When you do a facial right, especially the right kind of facial, not this chemical kind, the real kind, you have to really be still while it's on your face, right? Mm-hmm. And once it dries, once it starts cracking, that means you have to take it off.
Right.
So if a person has a mask on, I'm just saying, and it starts cracking, you see some cracks, you be like, oh no, something ain't right. I'm talking to myself because what word am I trying? I can't even say masqueraded. Mask food. Like, man, I was trying to put some super glue and ceramic. When it started cracking, I was trying. It's okay, we can fix that. No, D, you cannot fix that. The mask is about to fall off and let it fall completely off so you can see the true light anymore.
Hey, for real though, because you got to pay attention. Mm-hmm. People will only do what you allow them. So that's one thing we got to understand. Mm-hmm. We got to stop being so impulsive and just hopping on things without checking and seeing why things are happening. Because most people would just be impulsive and see something and let me hop on that. But won't investigate what's going on. Won't look at what's all being involved. If somebody trying to pull you into some bull crap, are you okay? Are you really paying attention? Really? Right. And understand, learn by other people's mistakes too. That's the best example that you can have. Mm-hmm. Look at what somebody has already been through, and then look and say, I'm not doing that.
I don't want to do that. Yeah.
No. Be the example. At least. Dang. Tired of y'all 40 and 50 crashing out here and got whole families. Whether it's mentally crashing out, whether it's through substance crashing out, whether it's through emotional crashing out, you can help yourself. Come on. All it takes is for you to try. Bet on you. If you don't bet on you, who else is? You're worth it for yourself. You are. Especially if you got children, you're extra worth because they need to see how to handle life too. Mm-hmm. They need an example of what it looks like.
The generation occurred.
And show them how to be better. It's never too late. I believe that if you could wake up another day, you got another day to redo some things.
Facts.
Not asking you to be perfect. I'm just asking you to.
Yep. Just do. Do.
So as we wrap this up, because it looks like we're coming up on 10 o'clock, and we've been doing good here lately. We've been trying to
10 o'clock our time, yeah.
Yes, 10 o'clock standard.
We've been doing good.
Yeah,
Got some good things coming around, y'all.
we do. Just stay tuned, y'all, because everything that we touch gonna turn to gold. That's what we
The
need to do.
expansion continues. In my blended healing voice, the expansion continues.
Yes.
Okay. See, y'all see in the world go no.
Y'all
That's
better check it out. But yeah, Goddessdee, is there any last word that you would like to provide?
Well, thank you for having me over at your house. I'm relaxed. I'm almost off to fall asleep because I'm so relaxed. It was nice. I love coming over here. Thank everybody that showed up. Shout out to the replay game. And remember, these lives are things that we come up with, or we have discussions, or we've even experienced.
Yep.
Because we like to speak off of true life experiences. So it's like we said, there's no judgment, but maybe we can just spark whoever, the masses that resonate with it. That's how I say.
Yep.
I used to say those who resonate, the masses that resonate, because that's what we want, the masses that resonate. So once again, thank you so much, Kellz. And next Tuesday, what's up? Make sure you check out Blended Healing in the morning, Daily Dose of D, and hit Blended Healing's notification. Don't forget Thursday, Daily Dose of D, and Where's the Love At? Friday, Kellz is coming with the bed yoga and the meditation. Y'all just, you never know.
We out here in these YouTube streets, y'all. Y'all better get it while it's hot. Like the newspapers being thrown on the front.
Yes.
So check everything out new that we doing and old, because you can run it up on us. Like she said, replay game. Thank you. But what we talked about today was being the example. And I can tell you right now, sometimes it may be that we have not set the example in the moment. There are times of redemption. You can redeem yourself at any time. It is your choice. But I will tell you that if you choose not to, it's also a choice. But don't complain about the outcome if you're not willing to be part of the solution. On another lovely Tuesday evening, we bid you guys a good evening. And check our sister out as we go out. But y'all have a good night.
Good night.
Still something need me, remembers things. Hands no rhythm, my mind can't trace. Like I've been shaped by another place. There's a fire in me I didn't light. Still it burns through every night. Call it memory, call it truth, but it don't feel new. They don't knock, they just arrive in every breath that keeps me alive. I'm not walking alone. I feel them here in every doubt, in every tear. They left their footsteps in my soul. Now they echo through me. Now they echo through me.
Now we lift ships up, never tear them down. Yeah, we building, not breaking. Say that. Beam out. Now we lift ships up, never tear them down. Yeah, we building, not breaking. Say that. Beam out.
Let it dock. Let it be seen. Let it be set free. You're safe now. Welcome home.
Georgia, 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 Georgia.